I'm Cindy Bailey with Van Eaton and Romero, and I'm here today at the Daily Method. And I just want you to hear about this lady's story. She's a hero to me. I've been watching her go through cancer and run her business at the Daily Method. I'm actually a client of hers, and she's still killing me while she's going through all this stuff, right? She's tough, and I just admire her. She's a hero watching her go through this stuff. It's been awesome. But this month is National Check Self, a self-check month. And I think it's important. I'm a cancer survivor, and it's important that we take our health into our own hands. And don't be scared, and just check. And anyway, let's hear her story.
So it's interesting because here at the Daily Method, I preach a lot about putting yourself first and taking time for yourself. But I wasn't listening to what I was saying. And
I hear it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, as women, we do for everyone else. We put ourselves last. And so came full circle for me. I was getting annual mammograms like I'm supposed to. I'm a firstborn rule follower, And my mammograms were scheduled for December, so I'm thinking it's December 7, 2017. Annual mammogram completely clear. 7 months later, I'm doing my first self-check I've ever done in my life. And I cannot tell you why. Other than, the angels above were playing Blu-ray or something and they knocked me out. And what I found was not a hard lump or what I had heard to look for. And the only reason it alarmed me was because I found something different in one breast than the other. And it felt like a jelly-like substance, like a toy you would get at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, wow.
And so my immediate thought was, let me call the doctor tomorrow, which I did. 2 days later, I'm in the office, and note to self, no doctors are open on Friday afternoons in Lafayette, just if you need to know that. The doctor was like, you need to go get another mammogram and ultrasound. Bottom line is that in 8 months' time, I had a tumor that was just under 2 centimeters that had already traveled to 2 lymph nodes.
Wow.
I have no family history. I have no BRCA gene, none of that. And so when you say self-awareness, I think it's bigger than just self-checks, because I had done what I thought was following the rules.
Mammogram.
Yeah, I had done what I thought was following the rules. And the whole putting yourself first, I mean, through the whole process, I reached out to my sister's best friend, Sydney Joe, who kind of walked me through the scenarios. And I cannot say enough positive things about the medical team that I was dealing with at Lafayette General. That being said, you need to be your own advocate. You need to put yourself first in.
You need to be educated.
Absolutely.
About what's going on.
Doctor's appointments, and because I could see how easy it would be for someone to go, you know what, my mammogram's in 2 months, I'll just wait.
Right,
Or you call to get an appointment and they're like, you know what, we don't have an opening until. And
my case was a little bit different because I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I came down with flu-like symptoms. And I went to the doctor thinking it was a flu, a sinus infection. They gave me an antibiotic where in a week or two, it was back again.
Yeah.
And I knew something was wrong. So I went back and pursued. So we need to pursue.
Yep.
And now for me, this was a long time ago, it was 12 years ago. But there was an education process.
Yes.
I just didn't leave it in my doctor's hands. I want to know everything. I want to know what you're doing to me, why you're doing it. I want to know my options, and I think that's important too. And I'm sure you did that.
Another thing that I think, because I've had a lot of friends since then that have reached out to me because they had what they thought was a scare. They found something they didn't know. And the worst part about the whole journey, now I've been through the Red Devil, I'm about finished chemo, I'll do radiation and surgery. The worst part is the not knowing.
Yes.
From when you get the diagnosis and you don't know what you're dealing with. And I can't stress enough that I don't like giving the word any more power than it does. It is not a death sentence.
No, it's not.
It is not a death sentence.
Look at
it
you
is
today.
a mental
Look,
game. It is a mental game.
Yes, it is a lot mental, and it's not a death sentence, especially if we catch it early.
Yes.
And look at you, you're a business owner. Do you know that I started my business when I just finished chemotherapy? Yes, at 50 years old. So
I think you need to throw yourself into something mentally to carry you through, because people are like, why don't you get some rest? And I'm like, if I sit in my bed and I let my head go crazy with all of these possible scenarios, I think I'm doing myself worse than keeping busy.
Right.
That being said, you can throw your, like, now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I probably need to take a couple of days rest. And so if anybody has an island that they have a house on that they would,
You ready to go?
say, I'm ready to go, like, just kind of that. But,
And we're talking about cancer today, but this could go for any kind of health issue.
correct.
Let's say you've been short of breath a lot lately. Maybe it's a heart thing, maybe it's a lung thing, maybe it's nothing.
Right.
But if
Your body telling you to
yeah, check on, just don't sit back and wait months and months. The longer we wait, the worse it gets. And a lot of times we don't go for that mammogram because we don't want to know.
Or anything. You name it.
Right, but mentally, you're wearing yourself down. You're probably fine. Just go and be done. Because if you're not fine, then we can deal with it.
Right. Whatever it is, I think the information is key. And
Right.
in a lot of ways, it has been an incredible blessing. It's been and people don't really understand that, I think, until you go through it. But it's
Yes,
like
I agree.
you shed things that don't serve you. You shed relationships that don't serve you. You pay attention a little bit more. You try and get out of the routine of things and focus on the things and the people that
I
matter most
agree.
to you.
When I think about my journey, I remember it as the best of times and the worst of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
It was the time I was closest to God.
Yes.
I spent more time in His Word than ever. And you're right, I did shed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. So I wouldn't go back there.
No.
Well, I sure you learned a lot, right? It was a growing thing.
Ready for the season to be over.
Right,
Moving on to the next. But yes. As a last thought that you leave with today, please don't live in the fear. Get your annual mammograms. Do your checks. If you feel like there is something off, even if you don't feel like there's something off and you need more information, go and take care of it, because having the knowledge is better than living in the fear.
Yes, knowledge is power. Just do it. Just don't let it beat you up emotionally. Again, it's probably nothing wrong, but you want to be sure.
Yep.
And again, don't be fearful. And just look at our stories. Both business owners. She's got this successful business that I love coming here. And again, I admire her. And we're no special people.
Yeah, we kind of special.
Well, you know what I mean. God doesn't have favorites.
Correct.
You can make it through. It'll be good.
Yeah.
And if you need help, call us.
Reach out.
Right? Yes, reach out. We're there.
Press behind you, shining your heart forward, keeping that neutral spine.